we're here. Hey guys, it's Treasure here. I want to stream for about an hour. Depends when people get home, but first we're going to start off with this guy who's in the thumbnail and all that stuff. Here's a custom. It'll be featured in a series or short film or something because I love him. Actually, it's technically a girl, but it looks like a boy, so it's a him now. And if you guys are on my last stream, here is a dragon custom, how she's turning out. That's right, it's a girl because, I don't know, I put pink on it. Sexism. No, I'm kidding. I personally like pink and I find no problem with it. So, yeah. Anyways, we are going to be doing lots of stuff on the stream today. We're going to be we're going to be finishing up customs. I'm actually going to be making some hot glue fins. So if you want to learn how to make tails like LPS Ace, which is the same method I use, I don't know if it's exactly her method, but yeah. And what we got? Colored hot glue sticks. We are going to be turning this adorable collie, who's actually in fine condition, into dragon. And hey, who's there? It says there's a person. No. Oh well, if you're here, just don't feel free to comment because I love having discussions about this kind of stuff. We're gonna be turning him into a dragon. I actually asked on the elite collecting committee. Wow, gotta get that nice professional name about how rare he is, and he is common, extremely common. And considering I have 3 of them, one of which is this one. And I'm sorry if this quality is terrible. I'm filming on a phone camera, which is kind of different from my normal spiel. This one's actually going to be a custom too. It's fake. I don't like its head though. It's like, so I think I'm going to take the head out, reposition it, and do all that fun spiel. But we are going to need white. I got 2 green and 2 white. This thing wasn't very even. So we're just going to kind of see. I know it sounds a lot like the freaking McDonald's, but I might do the red and gold. I think those colors look good together. No, not red and yellow, red and gold. I do these 2. That looks like a candy cane. I would do these 2, but that actually might look really good. This would have to be just accents though. So I think I'm gonna do these 2, and then I think the base of the custom might be purple, so just in case. It's gonna look like a sun god right there. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about internet drama too, and people I love on YouTube, and yeah. So first we're gonna start off by talking about Amber the Keaton or Ori the Skywing, depending on what forum you're on. I absolutely adore her customs. They are beautiful. Like one day I would love to do like a custom trade with her. Although let's be honest here. I am not good enough to do that. That's red. Also this hot glue, if you're curious, I got a pack of 15 for $1 at the Dollar Tree that just popped up across the street, which I love. And then I actually got the rest of the hot glue sticks are like propping up the phone, but 20 hot glue sticks. Just normal small size ones for $1, and I thought that was also pretty good. So I learned my lesson here. We are using parchment paper, no wax paper. Wax paper does not work. I see people put wax paper in their thing, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. It will stick to wax paper. If you have silicone, that also works because hot glue peel off from silicone, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna be actually trying something different. I'm gonna be showing you kind of how I make hot glue sculpted things. So right now we have 5 hot glue sticks. So we have to create something that only use 5 hot glue sticks. It sounds like a lot, but we have to keep in mind we have 3 gold and 2 white. So we can't just make a gold tail and it suddenly changes to white. Although that might be a nice sort of ombre effect. So I am a bit scatterbrained. And we're going to be making something similar to this. Obviously, it's not the best on him. You're not really supposed to, if you paint the hot glue, you'll see all the imperfections. especially if you dry brush it. Do not dry brush it. You will see everything you messed up on. Your best bet is actually to keep it, you make the tail and then you just put a thin layer of nail polish on and put glitter nail polish. We're gonna get some parchment paper, and oh, my hot glue just fell. I probably am going to be covering up the camera when I go upstairs because you guys don't need a house tour. So we're going to be talking about first Amber the Kitten and customizing with a side of salt. I love that. She talks about lots of things that has happened in which is, you know, not specifically normal, but you know, I stay away from the gross, sketchy stuff. Just focus. My focused on the good stuff. So I personally think her views on Star Wars are pretty good. I always use really interesting views on stuff. She doesn't have the stereotypical LPS super everything is great view, you know? She's very down to earth, and I love that about her channel. She also talks about lots of customizers and stuff, which is really cool. So I'm like running around my house. I think she talks about relevant things too. That just, there's the dog was barking. That just are happening or that need to be talked about, you know? But yeah, I should have put my Great Dane custom in the thumbnail. That would have been way better. I really love her channel though. It's so unique in my opinion. She's like a furry and an LPS tuber. I find that to be a really great combination. And I actually have watched her furry videos. They're pretty interesting, I guess. She is also, this is gonna be really weird, a really cool voice. I just think it's entertaining. It's not like my voice that like cracks every 3 minutes, because we always have a joke about that, because I have that ability. I'm one of those people who can do the cracky, stereotypical teenage boy voice on command. And that's because my voice is really cracky in real life, so. He's got it purposely cracked a couple times. It's probably bad for me, but you know, whatever. I quit choir, so. See, I'm just doing this and putting it under it. When I film with my camera does not like to sit. Actually, the coin sits slightly, just oh so slightly down, so I can see it oh so slightly better. Get the nice view of my basement, and I plugged my phone away, you know, it doesn't die halfway through the stream, and nobody's here, whatever. So I have to say, I absolutely love her customs. They're so big, and that's actually what this one is inspired off of. It's like so heavily inspired, it might as well just be copied, because it is, I don't know, I just really love her customs. But today we're going to make this cute, playful dragon custom, who's going to be the exact opposite. By the way, this one's supposed to be scary, but the dopey smiling face, it's really hard, so I'm going to add like drool or something. And she actually talked about how like depression sort of in the LPS community. Alright, let's be honest here. Our community has a lot of 8-year-olds. If you're 8, great for you. You don't have to deal with high school or middle school or anything like that. There is like very low chance those 8-year-olds are actually depressed. I want to say a lot of people around my age too, but I don't really want to say my age on here because privacy might kill me. Who cares, right? But point being, everyone's always like, oh, I'm depressed or, you know, and I'm just like sitting here like, you know what, I did have a friend who had depression and it sucked for her. Like, you don't know how, like, much she struggled, and we don't really hang out anymore, which is kind of sad, but you know, whatever. And I'm sitting here, you can't joke about that, and a lot of people just put depressed or sad. Go ahead, go witch hunt me, but seriously, you're not. Like, I bet you 9 times out of 10, these kids are not. But if you are, most people don't really want to know that. You don't need to be like the first thing somebody sees. You can put like your emotion in there. And so you can like put a little thing that says like sad or a little emoji that says I'll do it later. Do it yourself. Close the door. Sorry, we have someone barging in. Cover up the door. Oh, alright. Sorry. If you're an older sibling, just comment down below because I am, and my siblings never leave me alone. It's awful. I love them though, and I have favorites. I had someone tell me that I couldn't have favorites, and I'm like, I can have favorites. I mean, I probably shouldn't, but I do. Alright, I'm gonna unplug the lovely cell phone. That's right, I call it a cell phone because I have a landline. Alright, so is anyone else? So there's some things, maybe it's because I'm kind of odd, that I notice that I feel like a lot of other people don't notice, and it usually has to do with YouTubers' content. Like Alice LPS, she wasn't really, I call them filler videos. It means she doesn't have any really idea what she wants to do. Like, and so she just, filler videos, they're little skits I do them as music videos. Usually I have legit ideas for music videos. What I despise in music videos where it's just the LPS singing the whole entire time. They have no storyline. Okay, I don't mind if they have no storyline, but it can't just be the entire time. It's boring. So there's some advice to you newbies, because I've been on YouTube for a year, so I get to call y'all noobs. But this is Coda, by the way. He's my OC. Point being, you can't just make it stand there. I saw one like that, and it had a ton of views. I could tell you right now, everyone clicked off within the first minute because it was boring. LPS Ace, do you think her music videos are so popular because she does stuff like that? No, she doesn't do stuff like that. So that's why they're popular, you know? My music videos, Bad Boy didn't really have much of a thing. Oh, by the way, I'll show it real quick. This is my concept art. It's kind of hard to see of him. Yeah, the wrong paw is up, but you know, I didn't have the LPS with me at the moment, and I was on my couch watching The Sandlot with my family. By the way, don't like the movie, so please don't comment down below like, oh, I love The Sandlot too or something. I mean, if you love it, that's cool by me. But I'm just like, okay. Oh, and I got some chains. Maybe I'll put them on the custom. Maybe I'll put them on any custom. Yeah, I love chains. I just took my old necklaces, and now I have the charms. But yeah, here's a chain. But point being, we're going to be making some customs, but first I need to draw. So for hot glue, you need to pattern it. That's right, you need to create a pattern, guys. This is the tail. These are the base fins, the ones that go like right by the butt, like right here. Hi, it's so great to see you. Surfing is my thing, it's so cool. Hi. See, I have like a pattern though, like these are for the face fins. This is the arm fins or leg fins. Here's the tail. So you gotta have like a pattern. Alright, so let's talk about 48. Now, I'm not trying to throw any shade because everyone knows me. I'm a very passive person, and I usually, as awful as it sounds, 9 times out of 10 don't care about what problem going on, unless it like involves me, which is a very awful mentality. I'll give them that. But if no one was on, no, because other people prompt other opinions, and other opinions prompt better conversations. So right now I'm just sort of doing what I want the hot glue, keeping in mind how much. I have a question. Could you react to videos? I unfortunately do not have another device with me at the moment, but I could react to a couple of videos. Just when the stream ends, just comment them down below in like the comments, and I have no problem with that. But the toy lover thing just, oh, here's a siren tail I made that is not painted. See, it's hot glue, so it's flexible. I loved it. This is the first time I've done like a bunch of hot glue stuff on a custom, and I love it. I can bend it. I don't feel bad. It's not gonna break. It feels durable. It feels like it's actually connected to the custom. It's awesome. Like, I love hot glue. Like, I discovered now that I can access it more. It is just amazing. So we're just gonna draw the little spikes, and I'm gonna make them like all down the back, big rose spikes, because he's a dragon. Yeah. But the toy lovers 48, they made their custom, and here's the thing. Now, this is my view, and it's a bit rigid of a view. I'll give it that. And I'm not saying you have to agree with this, and I'm not saying I always stick by it. But in my opinion, it is not your channel. Everyone's watching this probably like, what? What do you mean it's not my channel? Of course it's my channel. No, it's not. It is the viewer's channel. The reason you have 48,000 subscribers is because of those 48,000 people. Not because you liked it. Yeah, they did it because they liked you. Like, they liked what you were making. And now that you have that, you want to change it. Like, this is what makes me mad. Like, I've seen so many YouTubers, LPS tubers specifically, get around 30,000 subscribers. And they're like, oh, I'm not interested anymore. Or I don't have any motivation. Yeah, you do. You're making money off your channel. Jules LPS, that is like one of the YouTubers. I'm like, dude, that is okay. Go take a break. Don't let us like interfere with things that are going on in your life. Your health is more important than your YouTube channel. People are just quitting or doing different stuff because they're bored. They just want to try something. Yeah, it's cool to try other things out. But like, you can't just say, like, it's sort of awful when they just up and quit. They're like, all right, I'm done. I'm no longer interested. Goodbye. You're making money off your channel. Why wouldn't you continue it? Here's the thing. There are days when I feel really unmotivated to make videos, but you know what I do? I suck it up like an adult and I make a video, even though I'm not an adult. Ha ha ha. Because your viewers, like, that's my opinion though. Like, if you got famous doing something, for Jake Paul, it was very stupid things. You see how he continued to do that though? And that made his viewers happy? That's the same thing. Pia's Little Customs. You know why Pia got popular? Because people liked her customs. And you know what she did when she got popular? Kept making customs. Same with Hello Studios, except I did that. I absolutely adore Hello Studios. And thank you so much for letting me and your MEP. I think it's called MEP, or is it MEP or something? Who knows? This is also partially inspired by her. I don't know. Her and Amber the Keaton. Like, inspirations for this custom. I love how big and intricate. Also, LPS Ace's glowfish custom. I can't think of its name. Were really big ones. I want to make a big custom that was like durable, and I like Amber the Keaton style with her painting. See how it's this sort of dry brush, just a little sheen. That was on one of her sort of customs, and I like that. And I like how she can make an LPS not look like an LPS. Like, this one was, I credit this whole idea to her. This was a squirrel. It's a very skinny dragon, but that's sort of my style. If you ever see me draw, I have a very like stylized way of doing stuff. I'll draw like, this is just a very rough sketch. But yeah, that's why I tend to draw female animals, because I can sort of get away with doing that. I'll definitely get the legs. I like giving them longer legs, and I'll usually give them like a sort of curve. Now, this is a really bad drawing. Like, you want to see some of my art? This is also really bad. This is just custom concept art. There's some more concept art. But go on my LPS Amino. I have a ton of art there. Like, it's all horses though. I don't know. I find horses the easiest, and I love creating my own OCs. That's a little too far up. I love creating my own OCs, so I always do that for art. It's very rare to actually use real LPS. So if people go over and they're like, "You're doing My Little Pony," I'm sorry, I'm not into that. I never watched that show as a kid. I had a couple of those old ones. I played with them until I was like 8, or I was done. LPS, I will make a whole video on that journey, because my parents are like, "You never were that into them." Like, I play with them in the basement. Like, this is my basement right now. It's like the little toy room. I'm not giving you a tour because you'll either have two things: why your house is a mess, or, "Oh my god, you have a whole room full of toys." I mean, there's some people who are like that, but like, I'd steal the art table. It's a really nice table, but I've like covered it in paint. But you know, whatever, right? Point being, crap, what were we talking about? I get really off topic really easy, which is something my teachers do not enjoy. Let me just say, they ain't happy about that. But my point with the toy lovers and when bigger channels is just whenever they do kind of stuff like that, I'm just like, really? I'd kill for a channel your size. And here's the thing. Everybody has this mentality. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you don't think you do. If I was just featured on a bigger LPS Tubers channel, people would all go subscribe to me. I just need a chance. Everyone thinks that. And let me tell you, 1 out of every 100 actually deserves that. 1 out of every 100, maybe every 1,000. I thought that when I started my channel. Go watch my first video. I put a chair up against a wall and filmed that. Didn't even know how the whole song went. It was not good. I thought my videos were so good. Everyone thinks that. And if you're just starting out, keep going. You keep improving. I looked up so many tutorials on how to make better videos. Don't use a basic editor like I do. What I do is, I'm starting to do, I don't really make very many talking videos, is I use the more advanced editor for stuff, and my advanced editor used to buy your own music though. So then I go to my very basic editor, which has a lot of free music, which is actually pretty decent. It's all the music here in my videos. Well, not like the music videos, the other ones. And I use that for music, and because it does transition and it does music. That's like it. You can do a voiceover, but it's a very basic editor, which is great, but I can't do like, say she falls over. All around me are familiar faces. I can't do that. I can't do like stuff like that. I can't do like the triggered thing on it. So, it's just stuff like that to help with comedic effect. Although, in all honesty, let's be real here, I'm not that funny. It's more like the stupid things I do are funny. But, yeah, I just think I should spice it up. But I just think it's like, maybe it's because I guess I'm a kind of rigid person. I have like my views, and I usually don't. I mean, I'm pretty accepting of a lot of things. But when it comes to my view on it, you cannot make me change that view. I'm going to stick with it. That's what I think. That's what is right in my opinion. I can be proved wrong if it's like science or something, because science is the actual thing. But I don't know. I have my opinions, and I like them, and you're really not going to change my opinion. It takes a lot. But, I can't be proved wrong. I, at first, didn't like the idea of not using the LPS's body. I thought it was wasteful. But, it is a very optimistic view. I cut up that squirrel, and now I have a squirrel tail. I automatically have a fluffy tail I can use on a future custom. I want to make, like, a Great Dane or something, and I want to cut off its tail and add this, because it would look unique. Not to make it a squirrel Great Dane, because I think that'd be stupid in my opinion. But just to sort of just give me a fluffy little creature. If you've seen that resin LPS, I've been trying to do that. I made some LPS out of clay. I'm gonna make one. Like, let's be honest here. I want one of those so bad. It looked so cool. It was like clear, and the custom was just so good. Now, as awful as it sounds, learning from their mistakes, my first might be better because I already basically got a tutorial from them. They had to figure this out by themselves. I totally don't know who did it. It's on the feature of LPS Amina, though. Oh, and that custom by random LPS Brack in the Phoenix. One, in my opinion, Phoenixes are red and fire colored because, it's a Phoenix. Rises from the ashes. But, you do you. If you want to make it Japanese Phoenix, I don't know really about that kind of stuff. Once again, I'm not one of those obsessive anime fans. I like anime and that's it. I'm not like completely obsessed with Japanese culture. Other things, whatever. So, here's what parchment paper looks like. It's just like white paper. And my hot glue gun's like really cheap. Although it does warm up pretty fast. I still have some glue in here though. So I'm actually going to be making part of she's supposed to be like a siren queen. No, I'm not trying to copy LPS Ace with her whole idea. It's just, what kind of siren queen look. Alright, let me just plug him in. That's the thing about this art table that I love. I have a plug right next to it. But I can never really cram the little things in the outlet. Can't remember what they're called at this exact moment. But keep in mind, you can, if you press it down, you can see through it, and then you just... I can't decide what color purple looks the best. It'd actually be smarter to use purple with the purple glue sticks, but we got these colors. Sadly, nobody is here, so nobody can tell me what looks the best, guys. Actually, black, white, and gold might look really cool. I might make him black. That's right, guys. Deal with it. I do what I want on my custom. Or I might make him silver. Here's a silverish. I take the teeny ones. I just like sort of paint them with one coat to see what a color would look like on an LPS. I do not remove the paint because I'm a pain in the butt. Unless I'm trying to make a custom white and say hypothetically that this dark brown was the paint, then yeah, I'd do that. Just to make it more convenient, but you know, I do kind of like this purple look though. The only problem is I'm wondering if he'll look girly. I had one and his name was Leashes. That's what I named mine. These are the two my friend gave me. She moved and I'm so sad. The way I say it, I don't sound sad, but I am. I miss her already. I wish I would have hung out with her more. I use this because this actually looks really good with the white and gold. It just takes so many coats. And once again, I'm trying to make a boy one. Considering my siren one's gonna be kind of a girl. Alright. Oh! What fell? Hot glue gun? He's still not hot. He's not hot enough. It's like that weird argument when people say looks don't matter. Even animals pick their mate based on looks. I mean, I'm not trying to teach you kids like looks matter. Yes, yes, yes. Hi. I know you. Hey. But you know, someone's gotta be attractive if you don't like them. And they don't have to be, but usually it does matter a tiny bit, no matter who is arguing it. Alright, so now we gotta pick our color. What noise? Oh, is there an air going off in the background? I got a window behind me. See? Lighten up. I'm not quite sure I like this pink with these two. Yeah, it's not quite the best. Ah! And the hot glue gun fell over because we are just dysfunctional here. Oh, since you knew, here's my custom in progress. But, try not to hit over this poor hot glue gun. Let's see. What other drama's going on right now? Ace is going over to her second channel and putting all her 42 episodes on there. So, once again, if she tries to do what Toy Lovers did and make her channel all about for her film school and stuff, not that I'm opposed to seeing her film school videos on there, I just didn't subscribe to her for that. And I will unsubscribe if she moves her channels. I'll stay subscribed to the second channel, but if she just decides that LPS Ace is no longer LPS, goodbye. Because I'm one of those people, I subscribe for what I like, and if they quit doing it, then I've already watched all their videos. I might come back and rewatch old videos, but I'm gone. Like, Teching 101, if he just decided, hey, I'm gonna quit anime stuff, and I'm gonna talk about Korea, I might watch his old videos, but I ain't watching the new ones. Probably unsubscribe so he knows I don't like it, you know? Because that's my viewpoint on it. But, you know, once again, my rigid viewpoint of the channel isn't yours is probably not the best. Alright, so I think I've decided I want to make it black with gold and white on it. I'm just worried because it's clear if that'll make it look too dark. I definitely want it to be a happy looking custom, so you know, I used to have gold paint and then I lost it. And too bad I used up all my silver glue sticks. I'd do that and behind here just sort of nosing around in my bucket of crap. Like a bunch of sculpted parts I never used on customs. By the way, if anyone's looking to do a custom trade, I would love to do one with Amber the Queen because her customs are so big. I'd have to make like 3 just to keep up. But I'd love to make her siren one. I think I've gotten pretty good at these siren tails. Oh, and yes, I'm gonna put this on somebody to demonstrate. They're removable, like a boss. And I always seal them too, so they're actually waterproof. And you can put hot glue on LPS, and it can peel off if you really want it to. I tested that because I didn't trust LPS issues on 2 OC characters of mine that were fakes. I sort of half customized, and it worked. Ooh, I actually kind of like this. The only problem is it dries kind of dark. You know, let's do it, because if it fails, we'll just paint in black. And you know, just so you guys get the prime seats here, I'm gonna move the painting right by the camera to that awful angle. I feel like nobody on here. That's the thing. This is how it was with my other thing. I was like just saying whatever I wanted and being an idiot on my other stream because no one was on it. And then I turn around and I get 100 views on it, and I'm just like, oh, hey, wish I would have tried more on that, because I was just sculpting and talking about random stuff. Like the LPS communities, I can see people thinking it's weird. It's definitely unique. I love it though. I love how like we make our own things. Like we just create our own customs. We create our own series. Like I have to say, other than like My Little Pony, who's actually I nosed around their fandom because I get bored, so I just nose around random fandoms. It's pretty similar to ours, but really different too, because they are stuck with a strict set of characters, and they already know their characters' personalities, which helps and hinders. Helps because, oh yeah, well, I already know all my characters' traits and everything. They already know like what they'll wear in the series and everything. But yet again, you get like no decision on how the characters are, because like say you use, I have no clue what My Little Pony characters are. So I was gonna say Rainbow Dash, because I know I watch Hexty and she's sort of a tomboy. And you make her really girly, people immediately hate you or something. That's the thing though, like, I noticed my way around the furry fandom because, once again, sometimes I get bored, and so when I'm customizing, I will legit watch every single one of a YouTuber's videos. And I sort of stumbled upon Picari Roo, which is pretty cool. Her channel's nice. But, they witch hunt in there. It's kind of what I call it. Amber the Keaton, I watched all her videos. I've been actually on quite a bit of her streams. I like it there. She said something nice about my customs, so thank you. She's also my idol, so yeah. But there's a lot of witch hunting in that fandom. I mean, as great as it looks, it's a lot of witch hunting. I've seen like so many weird things on there about them going after artists. I feel like in the LPS fandom we're all pretty chill. Oh hey, is there a person on here? Oh yeah, man. It says they left. Oh well, if you're on the stream, just comment down there. But that's the thing though, like TV shows and stuff, like they can't just say you have a massive following and you just stop. You can't do that. Like there's no way The Office would have just stopped as soon as it got popular. That's probably a really bad example. It's a bit outdated, but you know. Oh, I wish I would have removed his paint first, because it's going to be a lot of layers of paint. I think maybe 3. That's the thing, though. If, like, like, for example, LPS Ace hasn't uploaded a new episode in Experiment 42 in a while. She's been uploading old episodes on her new channel. I don't know if she's trying to, like, move channels. LPS Bella Bliss, this is kind of old news, really old news. She moves channels, and actually I have a second channel. I'm gonna like completely delete it and restart it though. Callie's Customs, because it's been a really long time. And obviously, my customs have gotten way better since then. I might create a new one, and it's literally just gonna be me talking about drama and stupid stuff on it, because one, as you know, I love to talk and I never shut up. 2, there'll be no schedule on it because, yeah. Because I'm that person, and I just, I don't know. I don't really have a schedule on this. I had a schedule, but like this week I've uploaded like 4 mini clips and stuff. I got an LPS, Hello Studios. I got in her MEP, and thank you so much. I'm the smallest channel there, which makes me really nervous because like if people see like, oh, who made that part? Wow, because I'm up. I don't want to say up against, but I'm in an MEP with some really big channels. I am the smallest, I do believe, and my parts were both made within a day, which is, like, seriously, dude, why does it take you 3 weeks to make an MEP part, guys? Like, it's 10 seconds long. It takes me an hour to edit about a minute-long MV, but that's with lyrics and all the other stuff. MEP parts are really easy in my opinion, and they get a lot of views because, one, it's other people like, ooh, what MEP are they? And they sort of check out their part and see like the MEP, they go check out the original MEP video sometimes, and sometimes it says other people in it, just scoping out the competition. I do that. I like nose around everyone else's parts. Alright, my part wasn't complete trash though compared to theirs, so I was sigh of relief. I only saw a couple though. Hi there, we got a person on here. I don't know if the chat's working. Live chat, yeah. Nah, there's no more comments recently. If you have any opinions or something you want to talk about, go ahead. I can definitely see Amber getting really, really popular though, because she definitely has a certain like style, and it's kind of those styles that people just love, or they hate. But you know, forget the haters, right? If you guys want to see more streams, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Here we have our dragon custom, and anybody got any drama they want to talk about? LPS Bella Bliss. I understood that. This is old news, so if you know about this, just skip it because I'm gonna post this. But she moved channels, which I understood but didn't. She was getting very little views on her things on her channel, so I understood her wanting to be like, nope, I'm done with this. The people who just subscribe and don't watch my videos, obviously they're not interested. We start off new because people see it and then they'll be like, oh, well, no views. So I can understand that, but like, dude, you got like 8,000 subscribers, so deal with it. I mean, I want to say her custom videos get a lot of views because they were amazing, and I love her customs. There are so many talented customizers. It's just the other problem with customs for me is I want to own customs from another artist because, well, why not? It's just, you know, I'm not even working on this dragon custom. I'm working on a different one. It's just seeing a custom in real life and on pictures is just completely different. You can touch and you can feel the sculpting. You can see all the details. You can turn it in different lights and get that little shimmery effect that you're not going to see on camera. You can see the rough spots better than the camera. You can see how they attached it better than the couple of photos on there. It's just, it's awesome. I've never seen anybody else's customs in real life other than my own. And then my 2 friends made some as a joke. That doesn't really count, I guess, because it was as a joke. They, I guess, customized that monkey with the weird-looking eyes. I can't think of what number it is. And a penguin, which actually have the same penguin. But, I don't know. I've never seen anyone else's customs in real life. Just seeing one and getting to hold it would be cool. I actually seal my customs, so I know as bad as it sounds, losers to the people who don't. Like, dude, your customs are gonna chip. Maybe it's because I just abuse my customs. I use them in videos. As you saw in my MEP part, I put them outside. Some of my sets have like glitter on them. The 6 Feet Under, neither of those customs were sealed, and they got so much stuff on them. And it's just, oh yeah, Amber! Woo! You just gotta seal your customs, in my opinion. There are only a couple I haven't sealed, and it was the 2 for 6 Feet Under. That was like it. We are painting this guy, Amber. He is inspired by you, or actually it's a she. Her feet aren't that good though, and it was an attempt. It was actually made out of a squirrel, and it has a little horn. I was inspired off a rain wing because I have one wings. I think I have 2 Wings of Fire books. So I was just kind of looking at them for like anatomy, and then I decided, nope, sir, you're not getting any wings. Oh, yeah. But let's see, what other sort of dramas going on in this? Alice LPS's video contest. That's pretty cool. I thought it's a unique idea. Give like a smaller channel a chance to, like, get famous fast if they really deserve it. And I kind of like that idea, kind of don't, because there are going to be a lot of bitter people who don't check them out because they won. They're like, ugh, they won and I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry if this isn't in the camera. I have so much respect for people who can paint on camera. It's just, I can't. And you can probably hear my air conditioner in the background because I'm filming in a basement. Yeah, but like they can do, like Pia's Little Customs, who's the painting master. I don't know how she does that with a camera in Hooray. I can't even paint with someone else in the room. I usually like make them leave. I'm like, dude, you're distracting me. Like the camera would just be like, oh my god, did I paint this right? Do other customizers paint it differently? Oh no, I messed up on this line, because for example, in this one, I didn't fill in part of the sculpting, and I just kind of left it. Because I'm a rebel. There's some parts of my customs I can cut corners. If they're for someone, I usually don't, but there are a couple of times I'll just cut a corner too. Say the paint job's rough, just add some stripes on it, and no one's going to be able to tell. Is the hot glue gun hot? Oh, yeah, that is really hot. Too hot. If anyone, that song is so irrelevant now, but I'm gonna move him. It's my awful drawing. We're gonna be making, I actually didn't draw him any concept art, which is pretty normal. I never draw concept art until after it's done, or unless I have free time, so, you make wings separately. That's actually smart. I like that. I like removable wings. I'm like one of those people. Here's the concept art for him. This is sort of loosely inspired off of you, Amber. This sort of thing. It was also inspired off that custom by LPS Ace. The big old one with, what is she? A siren anglerfish. There's a quote, and they go, if the ocean was as clear as the sky, no man would go in it. And I'm like, it's so true, though. You see the stuff in the oceans. Thank you. It's supposed to be a fallen siren, like, the scary, horrific ones. I usually love to make my sirens, like, beautiful, because I envision them as the ones entrancing the sailors in. Because that's just a viewpoint. But, I love to try and create horrific. My parents always look so concerned when I was like, hey mom, check out this custom I made, and it's like this horrific thing, and my mom's always like, that's great. What is it? And I'm like, it's a zombie. And she's like, oh. She's like, I let my kid have too much alone time. I'm like, yes you do, Mom. But I got my whole little area in the basement, just my siblings don't want to touch because there's so much hot glue everywhere. Sirens are predators, mermaids are herbivores. I didn't know that. I guess they had I wonder how they'd hunt. That'd be pretty cool. Like, didn't they make a documentary on mermaids, like Mermaids, the Evidence Found? I couldn't ever figure out if that one was fake or not. It'd be nice if it wasn't, but you never know. I can't really see anything in the camera. I think the idea of them existing would be cool. Been nosing around the furry fandom because I've been a bit bored, and I thought that was pretty cool. The whole anthropomorphic animal thing. I was real into that when I was little. I wish I would have found the fandom a little sooner. But, I think it'd be really cool to try and make one of those furry heads, because as awful as it sounds, if it turned out good and I didn't want it, always sell it, because being the little sap I am, I use a ton of hot glue, and I legit just have a fun setup for that. Like, all right, I got $20. I can go get 20 packs of 20 sticks of hot glue each at the Dollar Tree. Legit though, that's where I get all my hot glue. Joann's though, they're pricey. Like a 10-pack of hot glue is like $3 there. And it's $1 at Walmart, and then a 20-pack is $1. Alright, so someone else knows my struggle, the hard time with hot glue. I mean, it's great and all, but for being very versatile, it's not very moldable. And it's hard to convince it in weird shapes. And layers. Hot glue does not smooth down, which is a bit of a problem for me. I usually get my big hot glue gun where it doesn't have this orange thing on it. It's completely metal, and I just flatten things out with that, but I don't have that with me right now. Oh, I've gotten so many marks on that. So I made a pin out of hot glue for Black Butler, and didn't realize it was the pentagram. My bad. So can't wear that pin out because I thought it was a contract seal they made up. But I burned myself to the point I still have a scar on my hand from it because the hot glue just fell, and it's a scar now. So you know, intelligence. I always make the joke because I'm in like the gifted program, like for like kids with high IQs, and I do the stupidest stuff sometimes. Like, sort of the joke between my friends and I. You know, I should make a video on that, like stupid things I do. Cause, well, we got the card. Oh, I was actually making. I wasn't even making anything. I was playing with pipe cleaners, and I had this huge pair of fabric scissors, and I actually have this scar right here on my middle finger. It's like a circle, and I cut my finger like this, and I bled everywhere. And my mom was kind of mad. She's like, "Hey, your blood's all over my house. What the crap happened?" And I was like, I was on FaceTime with a friend. I was like, "Hey, I just cut my hand up. I gotta go by." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, I swear, like, my friends have to put up with so much of my stuff. I had one sell me her old LPS, which was really nice. Like, I know some people are gonna be like, "Why didn't you just give them to you?" I'm like, "Cause, like, she knows she was gonna sell them on eBay, but she was like, hey, since I sort of showed her a picture of a custom I made, assuming she didn't know what they were. She was like, oh, you're into that. I'm actually selling some." So I was like, it was really nice for her to let me have like a stab at it. She's like, "I'm selling these 30 and accessories for $30. I'm like, "I got 27. Is that close enough?" She's like, "Yeah, you know what? That's good." I'm like, "All right." And so she let me buy them. I thought it was really cool. Alright, here are my fins. I've been trying to make sirens with lots of fins. I realized all the sirens and stuff I made, I never added the arm fins. So I feel kind of bad about that, so I'm just gonna set that aside. Cool. And I discovered the key though. It's parchment paper, not wax paper. Which is, I'm pretty sure I said something about that earlier, but that took me a while to figure out. I did not know that you're supposed to use parchment paper instead of wax paper. So I'd been using wax paper all this time, and alright, there's something under here, and it always stuck. So then I oiled the wax paper. Down on tinfoil. Yeah, I think I actually might have tried that. I don't know. I tried sculpting with like tinfoil underneath, so I didn't use as much sculpting material. He's almost dry. He'll get a second coat in a minute. Didn't end well for me, cause yeah, it just didn't. Let's see. Man, live streaming 15 minutes. One of those people who doesn't really put a time limit on, because I always mess it up anyway. So I'm just like, stream until the dog really has to go. Now my sister's supposed to walk him or her, but I highly doubt she will. So she came in here, she was like, "You gotta walk the dog." And I'm like, "No, I'm live streaming. I told you I'd be live streaming for like an hour or so." So I'm like, "You go walk her." It means a Frenchie. Frenchies don't really require that much exercise. I mean, a little bit, but you know. Since she's a puppy, she just needs a walk or so a day. Oh, so if you like, I always kind of wondered that, because I just sort of bunched up a bunch of tinfoil, because I just assumed, actually, I don't know what I was thinking, because it ended up backfiring on me. Let's see. Oh, I still got a bit of normal glue left. I just like to, right now I already made all the fins I need, so I'm just going to make some extras for future mermaid sirens. Actually, in my series LPS Sirens, it ended up getting like 300 views. I feel bad. Like, so what happened is Sebastian, the main dude, he was a fake, and so I, you know, ended up thinking that the series was a flop because the third episode was really bad, and the first episode got a lot of views, but the second one didn't. So I was like, oh, they just clicked on it for the big 5 pets. So I just, you know, like, oh well, I'm not turning this into Popularity Princess, which was my first ever series. And, oh, yeah, it was bad. Like, you think you seem bad, but like I just based everything off of high school series, LPS one. Oh, and what was that? Gold hot glue. And there's the gold hot glue coming out. Gonna switch over to my other paper and start working on that. This hot glue is actually kind of cheap, the glitter stuff. It's a bit stringy in my opinion, like when it dries and everything, so I'm gonna try and do my best. I only have to sculpt some really basic things. I have to sculpt the tail, and here's the base. He's gonna be blue. I make like a bunch of really irrelevant song references, but I won't make one right there because that might scare anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so you just sorry, I'm really quiet. My friends will tell you the only time I'm really quiet is when I'm... See right there, there's like a big old glob with like no glitter in it. I feel like it cools way too fast too, like this stuff. I can't remember if it cooled way too fast or way too slow. I just remember it was really hard to work with though because it either, I think it like cooled before I was done. And so I was, see right here, good hot glue should stay warm for, 15 seconds or so and then get, yeah. It got that weird stringy consistency, see, where it's like solid but not quite. What I do is I do this and I put another coat on top of it and then I flip it over and I do the same thing. I do 2 on each side. And that's usually thick enough, sometimes more, sometimes less. Off to the side, I'm just gonna give him a second coat of paint. I have to say though, I don't think I'm quite an interesting person. I always put a little bit of a Q&A in my thing, but usually it's like customizing advice people ask, and I'm like, I'm not that good, I wing it. Like, legit, when I make customs, half the time I'm watching customizing videos just to make sure I'm doing stuff right. I like Hello Studio's method. I think she does that, paints the whole eye black, and does the eyelashes, and then does the eye, which is something I haven't really seen before, so I thought that was kind of cool. People who can afford Kinetitite, though, that stuff is boss. I use the cheapest air dry clay you can find, and now I guess hot glue, which is even cheaper. Here he is right now. That's definitely gonna go with the gold. Oh, we got 3 people on here. It's a party. If anyone wants to comment anything, feel free. The thing is, yeah, I mean, the hot glue is, I think epoxy sculpt would actually be a smarter investment than Kinetitite because doll customizers make those. No offense, but doll customizers are probably way better at making stuff than LPS customizers because they have to work on a tinier scale. Now, take for granted they don't really have to paint them all that much. But they do a lot of smaller details, and they usually are a bit more perfectionists because, half of us LPS customizers are like, teenagers. So I usually want to go with, like, if I have an LPS customizer and doll customizer, usually I'll, as awful as it sounds, listen to them because they do usually, like, in my experiences, they are adults and they use their channel for, like, a living. So the only problem is Epoxy Sculpt is better. It depends, really. Yeah, it's better. I want to say price-wise, but you have to buy in bulk. You get those 2 tubs. Open. There's a little sculpture. You get those 2 tubs, and that's like, you get 2 tubs, Now some people don't need that though, but I could definitely see that being helpful. Because for my clay, I have to do a ton of stuff. I wrap it in cling wrap and I put it in a bag. I use a straw and I suck the air out of the bag just to make sure that there's no air in there, because I've had a bit ruined by not doing stuff like that. And that's the thing. I definitely like the polymer clay idea. I just can't sculpt with it. I have really weak hands. I'm just not very strong. The thing is, I always joke about having man hands, but I'm just not that strong. Actually, pre-Hakulan gun outside doesn't leak as much in my experience, but I can't sculpt with it. Mine's always really hard. I have like a big thing with a ton of different colors, and then stuff gets in it. And I found that hot glue is a little bit easier. And it's really soft. Like, I love how I can bend his fins. By the way, I feel like he looks too friendly. Just a bit. Hiya there. I think I'm gonna add like stuff coming in his mouth. Like, dripping down. Give him these awful looking eyes though. Let's see. Oh, I had this one. I have these crystal shards. They're like beads, but they are crystal shards. Kind of, and teeth. Well, it's actually, yeah, I might do teeth. I have my clay with me, so it might be easier to make teeth with that. That's the thing I love about my clay, though. It's white. So we have these little crystal shards. I have like a good amount of them sitting there, and I was gonna fill her head with them. That's actually what I was gonna do for my Toxic custom, who I haven't actually shown. But his head was solid. Oh, that is still hot. Ouch. And I've messed up this tail, but I'm gonna fix it. Because, oh yeah, you're talking about the boycott on Solo. I don't know who's coming out with Jurassic World. Is that Disney? I'm not a big Jurassic Park person, but I am hyped about Jurassic World. I like the actor in it. Crap, what's his name? He played Star-Lord. Oh, Universal's in it? I actually want to go to Universal Studios, but we're going to Disney World. Yeah, call me spoiled, whatever. I have younger siblings, so we're going. And I actually watched all of Avatar, because they have a little Pandora thing going on there. So I sat my butt down and I watched all 3 hours of Avatar. And it was worth it. I think there was a good amount of character development in it. Go to it? Alright, because it looked really good. So, like, the land, it looked like really fantasy. And I love fantasy. Like, you ever see my customs, like 99% of them are fantasy. There's the occasional realistic one. But, sirens and dragons. I have the Banished Puppet. Can't quite remember what that is. But yeah, I definitely thought it looked really cool. So I was like, I'll just watch it. I mean, 3 hours later, I was like, this was a pretty good movie. I thought it was a bit predictable, in a couple of things, and the general guy was just sort of the evil just for the sake of being evil. But I definitely liked everything else in it. I loved the CGI in it, like the special effects. Wasn't that like a really big thing? Like when it came out, they were like, "Oh, you seen the special effects in that movie? It was like really good or something." I remember that being out when I was like younger. Can't remember how old I was though, cause all right, there are a couple. Man, ooh, my phone is dying. If I get down to 10%, I'll end the stream, cause I don't know why, but live streaming takes like so much power. And the reason I don't often do it is because when I customize, I watch Amber, I watch your streams, because, you know, I like watching videos and I customize. I need, like, God, I might as well just be ADHD. Seriously, though, I cannot, when I do homework, the TV has to be on or something just to give me some noise in the background. That's why I hate tests. So quiet. It's unnatural. It's not the classroom environment. But, yeah, just sort of, I like it when there's noise in the background. I like listening to, I started watching The Odd Ones Out, and I think he's pretty funny. I actually started with the Amazing, then moved to, something else, and then The Odd Ones Out. They're definitely not channels I'd subscribe to, but definitely like it. I think I actually did subscribe to the Amazing, but definitely interesting videos that are just fun to binge. Oh, there we go. That's the thing, it's not as smooth as this one, which I don't really like. I mean, the glitter does help, though. It helps to direct away from that. That's pretty thick. I only think it needs one more coat. The hot glue gun, though, it's getting hot. Let's see. Let's see. There's one thing I was sort of thinking about, but probably can't say this on LPS Tube, so since I plan to leave the stream on my channel, I won't say anything. I have to say, though, girls are mean. Like, you ever get into a fight with a girl? Dudes have it way easier when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because you get into a fight with a girl, you basically ruin each other's lives. The guys get in a fight, and it's, you know, fist fight, and that's about it. They get in fights over stupid things, but, you know, whatever. And it's always more entertaining to watch them. Like, girls, it's like, girl bullying is even worse because, like, nobody else sees it going on. I mean, not that I've ever really been bullied. There's one chick that was kind of you know what, but to me, but, you know, once again, as a very passive person, I just let it slide. But, I remember this one chick, I know a couple of my, IRL friends watch my channel, which is kind of odd because I'm definitely not super open about my channel to people. I only tell very trusted friends, and two of my friends jokingly tease me about it. They aren't. Yeah, girls are. They're mean. Like, because like when you talk to a dude, 90% of the time they're being legit with you. You talk to a girl and sometimes it's really hard to tell if they're being legit. They're just trying to be your friend for the day so they can get some dirt on you. I might have to unplug the hot glue so that way I can attach this once I have like 4 layers of paint on my dude. Here, let's move this out of the way. We'll make some of the horns, but yeah, I mean, I've met some girls that I'm pretty sure are going to grow up to be real life Yandres. If nobody knows what that is, psychos. It's gonna be scary. Because I remember there was this one chick, and like we used to be friends, but I could always tell she was a bit jealous of me. But because my house was a bit bigger. And no, I'm not rich. If anyone like comments that down below, I'm gonna be like, nope, deleted. And I could tell she was a bit jealous. But the thing is, because she's one of those people who didn't want to work for anything, but wanted all the rewards. And I'm like, that's not okay. That's not, like, for example, my parents drill me about grades. Grades are legit my life. Like, I have to work all the time to get good grades, and if I don't, I'm gonna get in lots of trouble. I've gotten the channel taken away before for about a week or so, because I didn't do as well as they wanted me to on a test, which I find perfectly understandable, because no offense, the chances of this YouTube channel going too far, I definitely want to continue this a lot because I love this channel, but the chances of me getting, like, you know, 1 million subscribers, which is basically impossible in this fandom, no offense, there's 100,000 of us or so, most people aren't going to get bigger than they already are. Like Alice LPS and Skittles have basically reached their climax. Sorry guys, it's true. You see it. I actually really want to get a job because so I can afford my own stuff. I don't really mind working. As many of my friends will say, I am an extrovert to the max. Unless I feel really uncomfortable, then I just shut up and don't say anything. But 90% of the time I'm an extrovert, and that tends to scare people a little bit. I will walk up to someone in gym class, for example, and I will just start a conversation. And they are sitting here like, what is this chick doing? The odd thing is, I'm actually not popular or anything. I just walk up to people, which is really nice because sometimes I have it sort of dopey, and they're like, they just think of me, oh, she's harmless, let's have a conversation, and I'm like, yeah. You know what, yeah, you're cool. Well, alright, there we go. Should be enough spikes, but might just use up the rest of the hot glue doing this. Because I'm going to add lots of spikes. I want him to be like that Chinese dragon you made, Amber. That was really cool. I like that idea. I just can't do that with my clay because my clay does not stick to the LPS. It's a blessing and a curse because what it'll do is it'll stick when you sculpt it, and unless you do like what I did with the dragon and completely like smooth it on, it will not stick. It'll pop off once it dries and you touch it, which is cool because if you want it to be like, if you want all the pieces to be black and your custom's white, it's really helpful, like, alright, like, I don't want my custom to get any black on it because it's white and that'll take a million coats to get off, so, that can be helpful, but, it's a lot of super glue. I legit have to get super glue every couple of months so I can keep up with that. And yes, I have super glued my fingers together. Yes. I'm all responsible. Alright, there's this super. I'm trying to read the comments. Oh, so you're really open about that? That's cool, though. I have an unreal amount of respect for people who can be open about that. But the thing is, my channel is mainly based around skits and stuff, and even with my friends on my channel, I still am really nervous about posting actual skits, because, hi there, how are you today? It does look like playing with toys. And I never play with them, ever. They are for filming only. I never let my siblings touch. Actually, no, I let the baby touch them every once in a while. I let my baby sister, who's actually 2, so toddler, I guess. I'll give her some of my fakes and I'll let her play with those, because, I don't care. Ah, it broke. Guess I'll just have to customize it, But I don't really let my siblings touch my LPS because, they are for filming and they need to stay in peak condition. The only LPS I have ever played with are my old ones. And sometimes, occasionally, I'll go like this and I'll like dress them up just to see what they look good in, see what kind of personality. I mean, I don't like feel bad about showing at customs. It's just the channel. Not that it's an embarrassment because I love it. It's something I do. Actually, it's to the point where I'm like, what do normal teenagers do with all this time? Because I spend my time, I make customs and I film in my spare time. And that's like it. So I have no spare time, like, because I'm always doing this. And so someone's always like, what do you even, like, so when people ask me, like, what I do, I'm just like, I paint. And so they just assume I'm, like, this really good painter. And I'm like, nope, I like to sculpt more because I love customs, huge sculpting. I think it's beautiful. I think because you can tell how much time and effort. Smoking weed and being useful. Yeah, actually they did find weed in the woods near my house, and I had no clue who was on it because there's not many kids in my neighborhood. So I was like, bad decisions this or there was actually a kid who did that in my school. It was like, they smelled awful. I'm not even gonna lie. Oof, yeah, I was like, oh well, people do what they need to do, and they are free to, in all honesty, I'm like, fine, do it. like, but you're gonna get in trouble. Like, I'm not, and then they do, and I just sit there laughing, because once again, I don't do anything about it, because, you know, sort of passive, but, you know, it's more fun to just tell someone not to do it, and then just watch them be wrong. Unless they're your friend, then you yell at them until they stop. Alright, I can't tell how many of these actually turned out okay. This one, I'm just trimming them up right now, just sort of giving them more points at the end. So they're more like spikes or frills down the back. I think what I might do is I might heat up my glue gun, I might twist them, and I might make them more like this shape. Might like bend them down. This. But that also sounds really hard, so might just be a bunch of spikes, who knows. I like how this tail turned out though. This side's way better than this side. Oh yeah, you can see a little gap in there. Gun's still hot. I'm a very cautious person too, so I do not put away my glue gun until an hour after it's cool. Just to be safe, because I keep in here my stuff, so if anything catches on fire, it's going to be all my stuff anyways. And if I let somebody else's stuff on fire, that'd be kind of mean. And, you know, it's a nice... That's the thing, though. There we go. I definitely... Oh, do you see Blood Claws? Her videos? I'm not sure if anyone else really watched it. I watched them for a little bit, but they were just too... Zoffel sounds quiet, and they were sometimes hard to follow. Like Kinsey Lee, her videos are really cool. They're very mature. I mean, sometimes I feel like they're a bit inappropriate for LPS too, but you know, you do you, boo, whatever you want. But they can get really slow sometimes, as adult shows can, which is once again why I'm a big anime fan. It's 20 minutes, but 20 minutes of anime is probably equivalent to what, 2 to 3 episodes of any other show, which are an hour long, essentially. So, you know, I mean, unless it's like The Office. The Office is like no like real plot, it's just sort of The Office, you know? And I had a friend, she's like, oh, every time I call my boyfriend, he's always watching The Office, and I found that hilarious. So I was like, yep, you go watch The Office, dude. Totally forgot his name. But yeah, I'm like, I guess he really loves The Office. And here comes the doggos.
She needs to go pee, and you need to watch her.
I'll watch
I'll be down here for 2 hours.
I'm down here for an hour.
2 hours.
73 minutes. And now he's got the doggos. He's just sitting on my lap. And I'm trying to keep her away from my customers and stuff. This might be sort of talking the rest of the video. Because I got to meet a Frenchie, and she likes to eat stuff. I'd turn the camera around and show her, but then I'd show me. There's her paw. There's her nose. I actually made a video on her if anyone wants to see her. Her name is Maggie. Yeah. As opposed to my name, I never know whether to say my name, because here's the thing. If someone, like, say when I'm, like, in the high school, happens to find my channel, my name might just be a trigger for that, because I know that people were like, that's why I put Treasure, because, you know, like, you know, it's better than my other name, which was LPSTuber279. A unique name. Snorting. But, it's hard to remember, like, and somebody always got it wrong. Like, it was 278, and it was never 279, it was 279, because, you know, I had to say it in that awesome way. But this one's way better, LPS Treasure. It was LPS Mythical for, like, all of a day, and then I changed it after I made my mascot. And there will be a Treasure 2.0, 3.0, and etc. Because let's just be honest here, she's not the greatest custom. Because I use this white paint, and it's shiny. And that would be great if it was silver paint, because, you know, shiny, but it's like white, and it always makes the camera look really glary. So I'm gonna make a 2.0. It's gonna be like the same concept, still gonna be a dachshund. Maybe one of them will be like a short-haired cat with a big long tail. in 2 different colored eyes, but I might like change some things. Like the branches are just sort of there. It'll always look like the one before. Max, what are you snorting? Oh, she's a snorting puppy. So, as my sister who made a visit earlier, I have 4 siblings. She looks like a treasure. Actually, she does. Like, I think that's actually the color of it, though. It's like white pearl. Yeah. I didn't really put much thought into it. I actually have a treasure 0.5. It was just a custom that happened to have a lot of like. Cause I thought like, I think it's your custom. It might have been Hello Studios. I think it was Hello Studios with the. It was like the one inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean. It had like the thing over its eye, and it had like a bunch of jewelry on it. I think it was Hello Studios. I have no clue. I wanted to make one with a bunch of jewelry bits on it too. So I gathered up them all, made a custom, painted it real quick. It was very simple, and I just stuck them all on. And I forgot my friend's birthday, so I'm like, I'll give this to her. And on the way there, I dropped it, and everything fell off. So we ended up getting her a gift card. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was. She was technically named Treasure too, but my mascot was not based off her at all. I just got the paints like the week before and had the base. I had already cut off the back legs and tail because I had started making her a siren with a hot glue tail, but it was bad. So I just took off hot glue tail, swiped off all the black paint off of her, and there we go. So resculpted the tail. I remember I think I accidentally told you it was made of hot glue. No, this right here is made of hot glue. Like I know how to make the bases out of hot glue for siren tails. This, the whole thing's made of it, even the little loop. But hers is made out of clay. It's not that great a tail. I need to get some of that moldable plastic that LPS Random Bracken, I can't remember her name exactly, uses, because that stuff that looked awesome. I'm gonna make one of those resin pets though. That looks so cool. I just get one of my fakes. I actually had this really cool series idea, but the only problem is I made it and it was really bad. So I was gonna remake it, but the customs aren't as good because back then those were my top-notch customs, and a couple of them are still pretty good. But now, like, compared to my newer customs, they just don't look as good. Like my Forest Dragon custom. Oh, there's the doggos. You get away from that hot glue. That's stuck on your whisker. Oh, sitting on my lap. But, yeah, they just aren't good compared to my new customs, you know? But I love them all dearly. Fletcher was in, my MEP part, the part 4 for Hello Studios. It was the lamb with the antlers and the big old tail. He was like white. He was made out of McDonald's pet, and he had like brown on him. And I absolutely love him. I still adore him. I think his idea is really creative. And that one's still my child, but like the Forest Dragon one, it was so good at the time, but like compared to my newer customs, it's just not as good. The lamb is adorable. Thank you. I always think the lambs are just so cute. I actually think that it's really weird because Great Danes, out of all of the big 5 pets, have the biggest eyes, but are like the most like masculine in people's opinion. Whereas like short hair, this is collies. Collies have the smallest eyes out of all of them, and they're viewed as the most like girlish, like the girl ones. The various. I think I'm not sure how I feel about on the LPS gender thing. Because if there's a pink LPS, not to be sexist, but it's a girl. Unless it's like those ones with no eyelashes. If it's pink and has big old eyelashes, I'm going to think immediately it's a girl. If you make it a boy, okay, make him like transgender or something though. Because I'm like, dude, that obviously looks like one. Like this one. Obviously he looks like a boy. He's obviously a boy character. But like, I can see the purple collie being both and a couple of like Cocker Spaniels, because I remember using a lot of Cocker Spaniels as dudes when I like used to play with them at my elementary school. But I don't think people should be buttholes about those ones. Like, oh, it's a Cocker Spaniel. Like, the one in LPS Popular, I could totally see that one being a dude. In my opinion, it does look like a dude, but I can also see how it could be a girl. And I also, once again, I wasn't being very passive, don't want to say anything, don't want to do anything about it. So I'm just like, oh, cool. Oh, are you sleeping, doggos? But, it's just sort of like, guys, really? Like the big 5 pets. I made a video on that, I just never posted it because it was more me yelling into the camera that no one wants to see that. Like, for example, gaming channels, that's why I don't like them, because it's a dude yelling into the camera every 10 seconds, and I don't find that entertaining. How would... Yeah, I think there's like... This dog goes in the background. I think the Cocker Spaniels, I can definitely see them being very feminine because they have these, like, especially ones like this, like, I can see how Hasbro might design it. Like this one, in my opinion, looks very girly. I could see how I guess it could be a boy, but in my opinion, it looks very feminine, as a fake. But, you know, because it's got the big, long ear hair sort of thing going, and that's kind of what I like. It's got the beautiful fur and that pose. It's the pose that kind of like, just like, very queenly. Like random LPS Perkins custom with the resin wings and stuff. That was, let's stay, okay? That was really cool because I think she used that pose to the advantage to give a very queenly look. And I thought that was a really nice idea. But I could definitely see them being dudes. Like, there are dudes with long hair. I don't personally like that look, but you know, to each their own. And so it's just sort of like a matter of what you like. I think that looks cool though. I dude Cocker Spaniel, you know, I remember we used to play with them and we were little, me and my friend, and there were almost all Cocker Spaniels were dudes because the ones at my school just happened to be the ones that could be interpreted as dudes. Alright, I think I have, let's see, how many spikes turned out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're right behind the camera. They're like back here. 12. That should be enough. If worst comes to worst, I can use the reject spikes, like these ones. And the Great Danes, actually in LPS Sirens, I'm gonna make a little fact video about it because originally Sakura, the Cocker Spaniel in it, she was gonna be that Great Dane with the little pink bits on it with the blue eyes. It's like tan. I don't know the number because I don't really bother learning LPS numbers because I'm like, oh yeah, LPS 474. No one else is gonna know what LPS it is unless they're like filled with a bunch of collectors, you know? And so I'm just like, oh yeah, the one like this. And someone's like, oh, I know that one. But I was gonna use her, but like, cause I already made the tail and everything for her, I just happened to get that other LPS for a really good price, and I got her, and you know, I was like, you know what, I like you better, so we'll do you. But I mean, it was not a thing of like, Great Danes can't be girls. It was more like me, and I'm like, oh, this one would look better as it. I mean, I'd love to use the Great Dane, but yeah. I actually made a thing in that series where it was like, I won't talk about it because it's probably someone's gonna get mad at me if I do. But I definitely think the idea was pretty original. I wish I would have added more sirens. I'll eventually reboot it. I'll make like an episode 4, but he's gonna have to be Sebastian because I've already. This isn't the exact one. I actually had 2 of it, but the other one I gave emo eyes, with liquid eyeliner. Because, you know, Wolf Shadow 14 said it would come off, and it didn't. I also got the eyeliner from the dollar store, because it's a really long story. But, actually, Wolf Shadow 14, that's Sterney Drama. I absolutely despise her channel. I think she's obnoxious. But, you know, teach their own. For example, Sparky, I think she's really weird, but her tutorials are really good, which is the reason I watch her, the tutorials. Yeah, I mean, their channels are I honestly don't like LPS Hannah. For someone being pretty in the LPS community, I absolutely do not like her channel. I like some things, but I think she's very hypocritical too. Because she's like, big 5 pets are bad, and then Summer Romance, she turns around and she introduces a new big 5 pet. Like, dude, you could have easily made that a Bonbon Cat, or you could have made him a Jack Russell, but you decided to do that anyway. So, I don't know. And then also, her and Alice LPS, they're both like, oh yeah, the new LPS, they're not good, but then they shower them with compliments, and I'm like, you are so sponsored. Because, like, they both got the things where they're sponsored, the big old packages, I think. And I thought that was kind of cheap of Hasbro. I'm like, because you sent it to them for free, they're going to be required to say something nice about it. They would have done me. I would have been brutally honest. Like, Sophie GTV, I am glad she's back, I guess. I feel like a couple of those episodes of LPS Popular, like, I watched it for the LPS. I mean, the animation skill in there is pretty good, but still, I don't really like that. That was not my, I did not like that about LPS Popular. Yeah, throw me in the fiery pits of salami. I did not like the new. I like the older. Actually, no, I didn't really like the really old ones. Like 1 through 3 were kind of. Those are a bit. Oof, it's just starting off, but you know they got way better. Like the storyline was. Everyone always says it's so unoriginal. I'm like, it's not. For its time, it was original. It's just now that everyone's stolen that idea from her. And you know. It is a bit fake, but it's also really like. Alright, so what I did was I had watched Mean Girls. I'm like moving the chair next to me. The night before for some reason. Oh yeah, I watched it with my friend for New Year's. we missed New Year's. We were a minute late because we were watching Mean Girls. And I went and watched LPS Popular. There are so many things from Mean Girls in there. Like that. The thing is basically. I love LPS Popular and everything, but she's like, I need to lose 3 pounds. That's a thing from Mean Girls. Like, they're really similar to the point where Sophie GTV might have borrowed a few too many ideas. Because, I mean, I bet you they could get around something with those, because that was a bit too similar in my opinion. It is plagiarism. I guess I don't care because it's like a bunch of little things, but like the Barbie dolls. No popular kids are like that, in all honesty. I don't like them because they're fake. Like, I have a bunch of popular kids on my bus, and you know what I do? I sit in the corner. I don't talk to them. I talked to this nerdy kid across from me. He was cool. He just reminded me of my cousin so much, to the point where it scared me. They had like the same name. But, I don't really like fake people. I like a friend who will tell me, hey, dude, you have chocolate sauce all over your face and look like an idiot. I'd rather have a friend to say that than just to not tell me and let me walk around looking like an idiot. Or a friend who, like, doesn't tell me that so-and-so said I looked like this or whatever, you know? Like, oh, yeah, Tony said you looked like salami. I'd like to know that, you know, so I can go yell at Tony. But, you know, it's just, I have dog hair everywhere. Like, when I started this, it was so neat, and I have, like, dog hair, a little dog hair. My dog is also black and white, so her hair gets everywhere, and it's, yeah. There's some on my custom over here. That's the thing, he's not sealed either, because he's got, normal paint on him, and then he's got the paint I put on him. So I don't seal some customs, but 90% of the customs I do seal, because once again, people are like, oh yeah, like, I think Jules LPS official is like, oh yeah, this custom's kind of chipping. I'm like, why are you picking at it? If it's chipping, don't scratch at it. I'm one of those people who treats customs like, I mean, they do fall off the shelf all the time, but like when I'm working with them, I am so gentle with them because I do not want any paint to come off. After the final sealant comes off, they're running through the sets of dirt and whatever, and that's okay. But, you know, their sealant is on. So, like, say he gets some mud on his nose right now, I'd wipe it off or whatever, and I'd have, like, a bald spot on his nose. So I'd have to repaint it and have to re-water down some paint and put it on him. But if he's got his coat on, I wipe it off. Maybe some of the coat comes off. Maybe I reapply a little bit. But, you know, I think it's worth a tiny bit of paint shine. Because paint shine isn't really that bad. Like, everyone always makes it sound like it's awful. I watched one YouTuber and she sealed hers, and the paint shine was terrible. It was the worst sealer she could have used. It was so shiny. But mine they have paint shine, but I don't think it's as bad. I just put a very thin coat of matte Mod Podge I got at, once again, the dollar store, because I love the dollar store. I just use this, and this has lasted me so long because I only use a little bit. I have like a brush specifically for it. I have to wash out very thoroughly, and then use a lot of gloss for the eyes. I found actually you have to like put your LPS like this. That way the gloss doesn't give them a weird shaped eye, because that happened to me once. I was very upset. It was one of my older customs though, so I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, we're gonna close down soon, but as we'll talk about new LPS. I actually have one in this little container I have over here. My arm's probably all on the camera. My opinion on new LPS. Ew, what are you doing, Hasbro? You had a good thing going. I understand wanting to change it up and, like, you know, change is sometimes good. Like, for example, when they first started making LPS, here's some old ones. They were like this, and they changed them, which was good. And then they were, you know, sort of like this. Look, these old LPSG ones, they are nasty. Their eyes aren't gloss. Their eyes are matte. And so with the Generation 2, I'm just going to grab my custom because I have no LPS with me because I don't want to get any paint on them. They glossed the eyes. They gave them weirder designs, you know? They look at the stars in the eyes and the weird. I love this, actually, the little things. How it's shaped. And this one's got, like, orange eyes, and it's white with brown markings, though I've changed it. I showed my sister the new one, and she goes, oh. And she goes, is this one that one's baby? And I'm like, no, this is the new version of it. And she goes, oh. This does not look masculine. They're making new LPS look like puppies and kitties. Actually, as a kid, I didn't like this LPS. I thought it had too much of an expression. I thought it looked too goofy. Oh, doggos, that's nasty. I'm dead serious. My dog farts and is the worst thing. It smells so bad. You know, you probably heard that on the camera or something. I don't know. That nasty doggos. She knows she did it too. She'll look up at me and she'll want to be pet. But they look like puppies and kittens. In addition, their heads are solid. Because I did a post on that on LPS Amino, and somebody comments, this is what I hated. I already knew that, so yeah. Why'd you comment then? It's like, cool, I knew that ahead of time, but it's nice that you're telling other people so they don't make the same mistake or something. Because I was going to hollow out the head and I was going to put these little crystals in it, you know? These little crystals. But I couldn't because there was a solid thing. I remember I cut off the face of a G5. I actually never showed that custom. Long story, I'll probably show it one day. Because I was like making a mask or something, but what? Yeah, dude, they're so heavy too. Like, I get them for like customs because as awful as that, the amount of personality they have sometimes it can actually be helpful in showing a character. You know, it's not always helpful, but I'm gonna make a dopey looking custom, so a dopey looking frog can be helpful, I guess. But 90% of the time, they're just more harm than help. But their heads are solid. So how is this cheaper, Hasbro? And they're more expensive. I just think that, like, Hasbro just needs to do old LPS for 2 years, and they will make more money than they have with the new LPS in the last, 5 years of making them? And the thing is, if they don't, the LPS fandom is going to die. We are going to grow up, and we're not going to give these to really our kids, because think about it. You're going to have to wait because these things are, old and stuff. You're going to have to wait to give them to your kid till your kid's like, what? At the very least, 8 to 10. And so the fandom will die if they don't, I'm not sure, because we always refer to this as a community, so I'm just going to call it a fandom at the moment, though. But it will die because we weren't able to. So we're either going to have to suck it up and deal with Hasbro's stuff, or we're gonna have to die. Which is the sad reality. Like, they were talking about this in like a furry video. They're like, hey, we need to start being nicer to these younger furries, or our fandom isn't gonna have a future. I'm like, it's the same thing with LPS though. Except the new LPS, I can't help it. I hate them. Like, if I see someone and their video's good, but they're using a new LPS, sometimes I won't subscribe because I don't like it. But, you know, you do you. I'm just, you know, sort of a stick in the mud. But, I just have my opinion. Just like my opinion on big customs. I like big customs. But, you know, some people don't. Some people say, oh my god, that looks tacky. It's too big. But I'm like, I think it looks cool. I think it looks like there's a lot. I'm just, you know, I watched a video on that actually, with the criticism. Yeah, because, like, I remember I went up to someone and I was like, hey, I just do your first custom. And I'm like, here's some pointers for your next one from someone who's made customs for over a year now. And the person started, like, yelling at me. And I was like, hey, next time you might want to paint the eyes in a circular motion. Or more like, because what I do for the eyes, I put like sort of a blob of paint and just like go it around, so that way there's no strokes in the eyes. So it doesn't always work, it usually does. And they started like getting really mad, and I was like, oh no, I just wanted to help. Because I remember said, hey, this is really good for a first custom, here's some advice for your next one. They got so mad at me. I was like, I would have killed for that advice. Like when I started YouTube, I would have killed for someone to say, hey, those filters are really known on VideoStar, and it makes you look really unprofessional. Or hey, hey, try zooming in your camera some more so you don't see your whole hand in the video. It was a really great video, otherwise this might help in the future. I admire when someone has like the guts to do that, to say, hey, listen, this was really good for our first try, but here's some advice to make it better. And I'm like, thank you. Because here's the thing, I might be a little butthurt at first, but if someone gives me advice and says, hey, this isn't the best, but here's how you can improve it, I mean, because I'm a pain in the butt, I might wait like a week to try it, but then I'll eventually try it and I'll see how much better it is. And you know, one day I'll go back and I'll thank that person. I'll say, hey, thank you, you commented on my video when I had, you know, 10 subscribers and this really helped. And I still use that trick today. I really appreciate it now that I have 100,000 subscribers. I'd actually love to have 100,000 subscribers, but here's my thing. I despise giveaways because giveaways are just cheap ways to get subscribers. I don't mind doing one to thank them. Like, hey guys, thank you for, I have like less than 200, so I can't say, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to be doing a custom giveaway. But, you know, I'm not going to be like, hey, I'll do a custom giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. No. I mean, maybe I'm like, hey, once I hit 1,000 subscribers to say thank you, but like, I know a YouTuber who just does giveaways just to get more subscribers, and I think that's really cheap. They don't deserve any of those. Hello, doggos. I think that's just really cheap, and I'm just like, that's a cheap way. Like, people who host MVPs like every week to try and get subscribers because you have to subscribe to enter them. And the thing is, like, when you know, like, Hello Studios was looking for spares after people didn't do their MVP parts. She was like, hey, these buttholes didn't do it. I want to make this. I need a spare. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I can get it done within a day. And she's like, okay. Because once again, MVP parts are 20 seconds max, 10 seconds minimum, sometimes 8 seconds. It is not that hard to get them done. It takes me an hour with basic editing. Now with my Hello Studios ones, because, you know, she's like one of my idols. I tried really hard on those, and I really hope. Good. I'm the smallest channel in there, though. Collie Dragon. Thank you, Faithful Cat LPS. This is a siren, but I'm actually making a Collie Dragon, too. He's a bit not done, but he's got his tail in the works and some spikes on there. Thank you. Here's my big dragon. First ever full body modification. But, I think it's really cool that I think I'm the smallest one in there. I have less than 200 subscribers, and I'm in the same MVP as someone who has 30,000 subscribers, and someone in there has 27,000 subscribers. Random LPS Brecken's in there, who is once again a really good customizer. I like. I don't think she's my idol just because I think, in my opinion, her customs are a little bit too out there for me. Because like I feel like there's sometimes a little bit too much on them. But you know, like that's her style, and I really appreciate that. Like she always sticks with her style. I tend to do a simple style when I don't know anything else, or, you know, it all fails making a mermaid or a siren. But my dog, give me kisses. Hi there. I just, you know, like here's the thing though. If I don't like someone's customizing style, although I do still follow random LPS Brecken because I just have respect for how much she sculpts. Like, dude, her hands must be like so tired by the end of making that Phoenix custom. It's just whoa, like that looks so intricate, and that I do think is worth it. But there are a couple LPs customized that I feel like a bit overpriced. I mean, I went on a Hello Studios eBay, but because I'm like broke, I wasn't planning on buying anything. Her customs are like $200, which, yeah, I mean, I get it. You put a lot of time in them, and it was on a very featured YouTube video. You know, you got a lot of views on that. I personally think customs, unless they have like a ton of like kinetic on them, shouldn't be that expensive. Once I start charging customs, never more than $50 because that's gonna be my thing. They're gonna be cheaper customs. Like, obviously, I'm someone to put all my time and effort into them, but I'm one of those people who I can make. Obviously not when I'm like live streaming and talking the whole time. I can make 5 customs within the span of 3 days if I want to. Because I can work on most customs at the same time. I like base coat on this one, base coat on this one, base coat on this one, base coat on this one. So I do all their base coats, but I'm always working. So I'm like, oh, well, this one has its base coat going on. I'm doing the eyelashes on this one. I like this one better, which is also why I have a drawer full of half-finished customs, which is not great. Then I actually like to move everything around every once in a while just to keep it interesting. But I always, unless I like draw concept art, that's my thing. If I draw concept art for a custom, it's going to get done. But if I don't, probably will get done. But you know, it just depends. That'd be cool. Give Coda some spikes down the back. Nah, he's an OC. He's just your average Great Dane. That's black. That's what Hasbro. We need. All right, we have a black short-haired cat. And we have a black Dachshund. I say Dachshund because I think it sounds fancier, but you know, where I live, we call it a Dachshund. The problem is, you make a profit off it. What's up? Here, give me 5 minutes. I can't. I do understand making a profit off of it. Pia's little customs, she pumps those things out so fast. Like, yeah, in all honesty, I don't really like selling my customs because if I make a custom to sell, I don't give it a character. It's like, this one is a character. It's a fallen siren. It was beautiful, and then something happened, and it's just fallen, and it's turned into this monstrous beast, and that's its story. But if I make a custom just to make it, which I do sometimes, and I make them just for the heck of it, or make them to trade or sell, they don't have a character because they're just a custom. They might have a small backstory, but they don't have a character to me. Because if I make a character like Coda, I don't want to trade him. I don't want to sell him. And that was, you know, I'm like, I don't want to trade him. I don't want to sell him because he's a character of mine now, and I now own that character. And it's not like I can make a Coda 2.0 because, you know, I can't just make the same custom I already like sold to someone. I actually did do a commission, and they never sent me the money, and I was very mad. And yeah. But point being, it was someone's dog. Yeah, I just don't form that much of a connection. I understand. I could trade away some characters of mine. I'd love to do a custom trade though, like with an actual like artist. Yo. But I'm not sure anyone would want to because most of my customs don't include sculpting in them. I try and do my best on the paint job, and I try and make them intricate. So, like, if I did, Amber, I'm going to use you as an example. If I did a custom trade with you, I feel like it would only be fair if I did, like, at the very least 3 customs. Because I feel like it wouldn't really be fair, you know? Same if I did one with, like, Hello Studios or PS Little Customs. I'd have to make, like, at least 2 or 3 because my customs just, I have very, like, simple style. Like, my drawing style is very bland. It's very stereotypical for a genre. Which is fine because, once again, I have no problem with having stereotypical views on things because you know why these LPS are popular? They're popular for a reason. Aw, thank you. But, like, LPS, like, these ones, I find them convenient because, one, you can find these LPS in every series. So seeing that someone has LPS 909 in their series is admittedly a little more impressive than seeing if someone has, here, you know, this common bunny. It is admittedly a little more impressive. So, I'm a little more in tune. But keep in mind, being me, it has to be a fantasy series like 90% of the time. I've watched some high school series. It's just, I'm a fantasy person. But, yeah, I mean, we're going to start wrapping this stream up in a couple of minutes. Any last minute thoughts? I'm sorry I didn't get much done on this stream. I always, like, do my custom streams. I end up holding my dog half of the time. And she's sitting on my lap. Being a Shan. Ew. Doggos. Nasty. Yeah. She's chill, though. But, I mean, Big 5 pets, I call them convenient, you know? Because, in my opinion, it's way easier to put on clothes on Big 5 pets. And so that's one of the reasons I think they're popular, too. All Big 5 pets are almost all of them, except for, like, Cocker Spaniels. But, you know, who cares about that, right? Are on all 4s. Or mostly all 4s. Oh, I know, puppy, you're getting fidgety. Almost done. Which makes them, it's hard for them to fall over, like deer. I love deer, and I love horses, but I don't use them in my videos because they fall over, and that just makes me so mad. Same with ostrich, but I'm not really much of a collector. I collect LPS I like, and that's it. If I don't really like an LPS, you're getting traded, or you're getting customized, or you're a background character. And I will never touch them again, because I want the LPS I like, and the LPS I like tend to be Big 5 pets. Even when I was little, and I was in, like, 2nd grade, and I was in my little after-school program playing with LPS, I had a thing for the Big 5 pets. I liked them. I thought they were cool. Thought the Cocker Spaniels looked pretty, and I thought the Great Danes looked cool, you know? And that's my thing, though. I don't like how rabbits, here I have one with me. I know doggos. It is difficult. I don't like how their hands are up here. How are you supposed to grab stuff without, like, being on the floor? Showing everyone your butt. I don't like that. I like how these ones can be sitting, too. Because, look, this rabbit's always sitting. So he's trying to run away. But he's sitting. I don't know. It's sort of a me thing. Like the Huskies. They've grown on me in their pose. But out of all of them, like, if I had the option between him and Husky, I'll choose the Great Dane because he's in a more compatible pose. I don't know. I just think, like, Big 5 pets, everyone always gives them crap. But you know what? I'm going to use them because, one, people are more likely to watch it if there's Big 5 pets. Say what you want, but it's like a movie. If you have a really attractive lead and you have a mediocre lead, the one with the really attractive lead is automatically going to do better because, you know, people are judgy. But, yeah, that's my whole spiel on that bit, you know? And I think I just like them better. Aside from the Cocker Spaniels, it's pretty easy to get headbands on them all, too. Maybe the Dachshund, I don't know. Who knows? What's up? Is that not true? I wasn't sure what you were replying to, though. I don't know. I just, I prefer what I prefer, and I get, like, True. I mean, a good actor does help, but, you know, because we all use toys, it doesn't really matter, you know? Because, like, we all just sort of... Voice acting is very hard, I'll give them that. I can't do dude voices, which is why in my series, they're very minimal. Sorry, there was a Amber Alert. Hope they're okay. I don't really like the whole feminist thing though. It's like, you're a girl, you're great just because you're a girl. Because some people go far to the fact like, you are great solely because you're not a dude. Like, that's not okay. The point of feminism is supposed to be you're just as good as the other gender. Like, you're all equal, you know? You are not inferior just because you're female. No, I'm like, hey, dude, and they're like, you are powerful because you are you. And I'm like, yeah, not because I am a female. Hey, let's go overboard with it. It's great to have female characters in a series. It's great to have the occasional, but I hate the always stereotypical. There's the one dependent, and then they have the one tomboy character who's supposed to be girl power. The one who's like, I feel like Rey in the Star Wars. I think he said something about that. It's sort of the whole girl power thing just summed up. It's like, that's great and all, but I want to see Han Solo. So, make that happen, Disney. Like, too bad you all killed him. But, yeah. I feel like she's a bit, like, she's the one who got, like, the powers and everything, and the strongest. It's just that really, like, give the dude a power. Like, he was the one who could use the lightsaber. And, I don't know. I don't even Kylo Ren dude. That's... Disney, what are you doing to Star Wars? I know Solo got Boy Scouted. Alright, that's the thing. I love the things like, alright guys, today boys, we're gonna teach you to survive in the wild. Then you got Girl Scouts where it's basically, who wants to make cookies? I wanna make cookies. Oh no, let's go to the animal shelter. Let's go like see the pets. Only Jedi with all beautiful, powerful. Yeah, that's what they do, because they're like, everyone's like, all right, gotta make it, you know, girl power-ish. But, you know, in all honesty, we got enough of that. It's like pantsuits. I have like a whole rant on that, which is completely irrelevant. But, you know, I don't like pantsuits. I'm like, you know, they just scream, I'm not confident enough to wear a dress. You know, but if you are into pantsuits, I don't know. You do you, I guess. I don't know. Oh, hi there. She's snorting. But yeah, I think we've been streaming for a really long time, so I'm gonna start wrapping it up. Customs I've made progress on. I've made progress on all of one custom by sculpting some hot glue stuff. I made some hot glue stuff for her feature custom. I'm actually gonna keep the eyes on her though, because I love the eye. So this one's way smaller, so it's gonna get like an eye patch or something. Gotta do that LPS Ace copyright stuff, right? Here he is so far. He's gonna have gold on him. And actually on the tail, since it's already gold, I'm gonna make the spikes on it sort of this beautiful white snowy kind of stuff. Spice it up, right? And thanks for watching. We had Amber Keaton on here. Go on ahead and check her out. If you don't know who Hello Studios is, you've been living under a rock. Her new series, Soulbound, is so good. I love it. And Random LPS Bracken, she's pretty cool. I haven't really watched her series, but I hear it's pretty good. You got any things you want to talk about in the next stream? Comment them down below. If you want me to do this on a more like scheduled basis, you know, because I sort of do them when I have time. No one else is home. No problem. If you want to see some more on a scheduled basis, just be like, hey, I don't have a community thing where I can say, like, the next video will be up then, because you need a big channel to do that. I can understand that, because they don't want, like, the channel with 2 subscribers making those. But, I'll find a way to be like, hey, live stream coming this Saturday. I can also make a video where I don't show too many customs on my channel. Because, if y'all don't notice, they're not on my channel all that often. I put them on here. It's not that often. And I have my own reasons for that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. LPS Sirens will be back. I promise. I will show you guys these finished customs. Yeah, he's not quite finished. He's almost finished. And ruby red is more rust color. Anyways, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out all those channels I mentioned. And there's this one chick that asked me to do a shout out, and I totally forgot who it was. It was a really long time ago. If you were here the first time, let's see. If you were here when I had 10 subscribers, comment down below. Thanks for watching, and bye.